What is up, my ducks and drakes? Welcome to the Crawdad Lake, and today we're going to be doing a tour of all the candy I've made in the past 2 years. So, on January 8th of 2021, I got my first box of beads, and I started making candy. Last year I was gonna make a year into candy video, but I got busy and forgot. So we're doing it this year. I don't think I'll be doing it after this year, unless of popular demand, just because I'll forget what I made that year. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing, I'll put my candy TikTok and Instagram in the description below. I basically upload everything onto my Instagram, and I do cool updates on my TikTok. With that being said, if you see anything cool in this video that you might like, I do have an Etsy shop, which is always in the description of my video, so it's gonna be down there today. Now, I'd like to state that this won't be all of my candy, just because I give away a lot of it as gifts, and some of it goes to customers, and I sell a lot of it at fairs, and so this is just what I've kept over the last 2 years, not everything I've made, which I still think it's freaking crazy. With that being said, on to the tour. This is what the entirety of my candy shelf looks like. It's getting kind of hectic, and I'm gonna organize it real soon here. Yeah, that's just in here, because over there I have a dresser, and inside the dresser is even more candy. Don't mind that. I use that to go to sleep. Okay, we're gonna get to the tour. So I'm just gonna bring the candy from here down here to this folded blanket that I put down, just so it's easier to show you. I think you guys could tell what the first thing is gonna be. This is a SpongeBob backpack. I made it very recently at my friend's house, and I absolutely love it. Right now, it's my favorite project. It's so cool. Oh no! So it's very big. If you want to compare my hand, it is big enough to hold my wallet, phone, and all purse essentials, but it is not wide enough, this way at the top, to fit my school notebooks and stuff, though it is tall enough. The head does flap open for flappy open needs. This next one is this Little Tykes car, which is called the Cozy Coupe. The coupe door does open. I got this from Goodwill, so have fun trying to find one of your own. This big part spins. This is an upper arm cuff, but as you could probably see, inside the Cozy Coupe there is a battery pack, and so it does light up. Next we have what I consider to be my biggest cuff. It is 10x's high. It has a stove on it. I plan on making another 10x cuff soon, but it's going to be one of those that come out and make a rainbow, and so that is the plan. This one is red, yellow, and white. This middle part does rotate, but I need both hands to do that, just because of all the beads. It's so heavy, but that is the vibe. Here we have a toilet cuff. I got this toilet from the Dollar Tree. The middle part does spin. I do have some extra toilets if you really like this and want to order one. So the middle does spin. And then behind the toilet, you'll never guess, OMG. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh no, it's right here. Okay. Yeah, blue lights. Yeah. So it's extra fancy with all this rotator and lightness. People at school definitely really like this one too. The last one for the top of my shelf is this house one. I made this a long time ago, so the middle needs to be tightened, so I'm going to redo that really soon here. But it's a whole freaking house on a cuff. The middle is supposed to rotate, but like I said, it's too flimsy and all over the place to do just that. That will be fixed real soon. But this is also a set. So, I mean, the stovetop was a set too, but this is definitely more of a set. As you'll see here, it comes with 2 bracelets, one with an armchair and one with a chair, and then it has a necklace with a couch and a bed. It's not going to be included in this video, but it also came with 2 little people, so I put them on earrings, and so it's a whole set, and I really like it. Next up here, we have my Next to Normal cuff. That is my favorite musical of all time, as of right now, at least. The front has the lyrics to one part in My Psychopharmacologist and I / Who's Crazy, which is the 4th song on the track. I'd say 4th song because the prelude does exist, and I keep forgetting that. So it says, Zoloft and Paxil and Buscar and Xanax. I can't say the pill names, I'm so bad. Depakote, Klonopin, Ambien, Prozac, Ativan calms me when I see the bills. These are a few of my favorite pills. And I put pills big so I can put trademark after it. Like it's the brand of pill, even though it lists all these different pills. It's a variety pack of pills. It's a variety pack of pills. And then I drew a little pill there. And then it says, like, may cause the following side effects, one or more, and then, like, it goes into the next part of the song: dizziness, drowsiness, sexual dysfunction. There are words at the top. The words up top say my psychopharmacologist and I, and at the bottom it says who's crazy, which is the name of the song. And yes, this does open. I purposely didn't glue it so I could open it. And it has beads. Beads I give to my friends. Like pills. That was a half joke. This is a bathtub cuff. It is just a giant bathtub with a little shower thing that I put onto a cuff. And yes, the middle does rotate. This is actually a soap bracelet that goes with that bathtub cuff. Here comes a classic cuff of mine. This is the baby cuff. No, it does not have rotating functionality, but it is super cute. So I like to wear this to school and then purposely, when no one's looking, tilt it towards whoever I want to scare and make it look like they're just staring at them. The legs and arms are opposable, and I popped off the head and leg to put beads in the head and the torso. So it does shake. Extra creepy. Here we have the Rainbow Road cuff. The outside is, you know, black and purple like Galaxy, and I put a Yoshi onto a rainbow bracelet, which I put over it, and so it does spin. I just can't do it that well with one hand. Once again, this is quite difficult. This was a part of Kandi Tour 2 years ago in 2021. This was for the prompt skull, if I am not mistaken. It has orange and purple and green. At the bottom we have brown and gray. It is a little too big for my arm, and so I mostly wear it on my leg. This is my fruity cuff. This one also doesn't rotate, but it has like the different colors of the fruit, and then all around it there is different plastic fruits. So many plastic fruits. So many. And this is also a set because I had even more plastic fruits. For earrings here, we have a strawberry and an orange. I know they look huge, but because they're light plastic and not filled with anything, they're actually really light. And I usually store them inside the cuff for convenience. The other thing I have is this corn and carrot necklace. These weren't fruits, as a couple of things on that cuff aren't. And so I'm like, okay, vegetable necklace to go with the fruit cuff. That makes sense. No, it doesn't, but you know how it is. This cuff actually wasn't made by me. It was made by my friend Dust, and they gave it to me as a gift before I got actually really into candy. And I thought this was the coolest thing ever. And then I went, oh my gosh, and then I snatched their hobby. The top of the cuff say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and I think the other half of the alphabet was supposed to be on the bottom, but, like, it isn't. Woot, I'm kidding. I could just add them myself. I have these same exact letter beads. And so, actually, I might do that. I don't have the little, like, triangle beads right here, but, you know, I could pull it off. Another cuff made by my friend Dust. It's rainbow, and it does rotate, just like that one did, but the rotator was looser on that one. And what does it say? Oh, it says J. That's so cool. I love it. It is so movie and groovy. Ah! I like matching up the rainbow. But then, like, eventually it goes off a hook a little bit because of this, like, silver spot. But, like, it's so cool. Anyway, the beads are so juicy and comfortable. I love them. Y'all, make way for Dapper Duck. It is a perler duck that I made with a top hat and a bow tie. Very fancy. And he's on this cuff that is yellow and orange mostly with black accents, and then a rotator part that is black with orange accents. It usually does rotate just fine. I just can't do it with a singular finger. Oh, look at now. It is a duck with a knife. I went to school with this actually just yesterday, and my pre-calc teacher was like, oh, that's cool, and started kind of laughing. And you know, this is a knife. And so I said, for legal purposes, this is a pool float, which made him laugh, and I'm happy. So this is a perler duck with a knife. On this side, we have some black and orange base with yellow, orange, black bumpers, and then a yellow rotator with orange accents. This perler is pretty huge for a cuff, but I love it. I love it so much. This is a red, white, and silver cuff that I made. This lock toy was on it, but for some reason the hook keeps coming undone and pulling off of it, so it hasn't been staying on, but I promise these two go together. It's perfect. Next up here we have the apple cuff. It is just an apple, which I could have done this way better, like make it closer to this, but I didn't. Oh well. This was one of my very first candy pieces. I made this in 2021 for Kandi Tour once again. So the October, the first year I started. This was for the prompt apple. Obviously, there's an apple. Y'all, it's a Bruno cuff. So here we have Bruno. And of course, the rotators part says we don't talk about Bruno, obviously. It has like grays and greens and browns. And the middle part does rotate, though I don't like rotating it because it gets caught underneath Bruno's thicky that's flat, but it still gets caught under there, and then it gets really hard to rotate. Don't mind that I just dropped that. But also, what's Bruno without his rat? And so here's a little Bruno bracelet with a little rat on the end. Yes, this rat did come with Bruno, and they are best. This is a frog cuff. There is only one frog on it right now, but if you look around, there's like splotches of hot glue where there used to be other frogs, and there's 3, and they all rotate. I need to re-hot glue them, because after a while the hot glue becomes not good. But usually I tie them on. This is just a project where I couldn't tie them on, or like, I could. I just didn't want to. Since it's a personal project, I don't care about the sturdiness. I do a lot better with the stuff for my shop, because I don't need those falling apart. Here's a Braveheart lion cuff. It is orange and brown. Braveheart is my favorite Care Bear. This was actually a toy given to me by my theater teacher. I love her so much. I love Braveheart so much. And so we just have this Braveheart cuff that is thriving and vibing. This is one of my favorites, just because it is Braveheart themed, not because of like the time or effort I put into it. Obviously, Braveheart is being strangled on, and this isn't the best, most complicated cuff or anything, but you know, I still love it. On to the final shelf of my display. Firstly, we have this NB cat headband. These cat ears are a lot bigger than what I usually make them. They're big and NB and glorious, and I do wear these to school because my school is really chill with this kind of stuff, and I appreciate it. If you want a bigger size cat ear, if you order, let me know. You'll see some regular size cat ears in this video too, obviously. But yeah. This right here is a beer koozie that I made for my mom. It is a Cubs koozie. So, yeah, the bottom is red and white. Most of the background's blue, with the words being white and red. Super cool. I did make it too tall, though, and so my mom complains, oh, the can... And it's just like... But you want to know what I did make the right size? This can koozie for myself. So it is, the flags. And the bottom is gray, and it is short enough to fit cans, because Coke is all I drink. I have problems. Hello. Then we have a couple beaded masks. No, you do not wear these on their own if you're trying to stay safe. This is for style purposes only. It goes over a pre-existing mask, or you wear it without having to think about what your safety is. This one I made like 2 years ago, right at the start of me making candy, and so this isn't the best quality ever, like, at all, realistically. But I still keep it around because this is my first candy mask, and it was like one of the first things I made, and it's very nostalgic, and I love it. Now, if you want to see a more recent candy mask, I made this NB one to go with my NB cat ears. I left so many beads off the string because I have my father's ears, and so it makes it hard. And then we got, like, this mask. It's super cool. I love it. I'm planning on wearing it to school one day because it's just so fun and quirky. I haven't yet to do it, though, because I don't know. These are uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable, but, like, I have my mother's nose. Here we have a Smurf cuff. The middle does rotate, but I'm not going to be able to do that with one hand. It has all these Smurfs dangling off of it. The base is blue, but I made the rotator part green to contrast with the Smurfs. I also didn't use a light blue on this on purpose, because that's already the color of the Smurfs. This is a hefty cuff, not just because Hefty Smurf is on here, but because the toys weigh so much. Like, this is one of my heavier cuffs. Like, it's about as heavy as my biggest cuff. Here we have one of my first cuffs. This is not my exact first. We'll be getting to that, but this is one of my firsts. When I only had the packages from Walmart to make stuff. Out here we have some sparkly rainbow. The bumpers are a shiny rainbow. Whoop, I caught it. And the inside is shiny black and shiny silver. The middle does rotate. pretty nicely with one finger, but I don't know why I went pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, orange, blue. Like, why? I could have just done yellow. Here we have a candy crown for all the candy royalty. The jewels are made with beads, obviously, and I love making crowns. It is so much fun, and I would not want... I don't know what I was going with. I just love these so much. And they do fit my head, because I can adjust the size to anything I want, because I'm the one that makes them. And so they always fit my head. Here we have a choker with the character Sven from Frozen on it. I played Sven in our school's production of Frozen Junior. You know, I played the reindeer. And so I made this to wear with my costume. The costumer did not let me wear the choker with the costume. Sad, sad, sad. But it's okay, because I still think this was a good way to promote the show at the time. And it was really cute, and I love it. Next up, we have my 4x4 shaker cube. This is baby blue, baby pink, baby purple, and yellow. Yes, it does do an aggressive shake. I could also fill this with bells, if so choose, or a combination of bells and beads. I absolutely love the shake. Next up, we got a bigger honker, the 3x3 shaker cube. For size comparison, my hand. But it's also 3D, because, you know, it's a 3D shaker cube. Cube is the key word here. I have a panel of each color in the rainbow on each side, and it's super big. But instead of instead of having things fall out of here all the time and stuff, on the inside I put all the shaky beads and the plastic Easter eggs, and so they're in here. So not only do the beads rattle inside the plastic Easter eggs, but the plastic Easter eggs bang against each other, which creates another cool noise. I absolutely love this. It's better with both hands, obviously. This is a necklace with plates on it. Nothing too special, just 3 plates on a necklace. Then we have a plate and 2 spoons onto a bracelet. I don't wear this one often because these like points on the spoon jab into my arm and it hurts. But for the pièce de résistance, it is a cuff. I was originally gonna make this an Isabella cuff, but then I'm like, hold on, no, I got cups and a pitcher. And so this middle part does spin. It's supposed to be a carousel cuff, which is why it's kind of floppy. And I did put beads inside of the pitcher, or tea kettle. Yeah, and my arm looks so small. I promise that this does fit on my upper arm. Just some miscellaneous stuff I had hanging off of my candy shelf. We have this pumpkin-eared candy headband. You'll see me doing this a lot with putting objects for one ear and then an ear for the other ear. I like the different tones of oranges. It makes it look really cool. And it's outlined by the brown, which really makes it pop. I love it so much. Here we have a belt chain. We got the little loops, which don't match the color at all, because at the time those are the only colors I had. And they're orange and black with skulls on them. Yes, this was for Kandi Tour. I can't remember what year, though. I think it was this year. Not this year, but like 2022. 2022, yeah. This is another belt chain that I did for Kandi Tour for 2022. Yeah, so the skull one was 2021. So here we have a perler spider web, a perler ghost with the bucket, some perler vampire teeth, and a perler Hello Kitty zombie. It has the colors purple, green, and orange on it. And I think it's super spooky and cool. Here is a rainbow cat headband. It has the colors of the rainbow, and it's glittery and sparkly. We love it. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this. It's just perfect, I guess. Here's a headband I made for Kandi Tour. It is red and black. Has a little pumpkin on the side here, and a bat hanging off of this one, which makes it real heavy on this side. But, you know, I manage, and this looked really funky in school, and everyone loved it. This was the very first candy headband I made, so it's pretty funky, but here we got a yellow and blue one. You could definitely tell this was my first attempt. Moving on. Here's a more recent cat headband. It is candy corn. I love the candy corn ears so much. It's very Halloween-y, very festive. Definitely makes me go, ooh, candy corn. Rawr. This is another belt chain. It is the trans colors with a little Shopkin diaper on the end. Don't know what to say about this. Here we have another belt chain. It has little stars with candy stars in them. There is orange, white, and yellow pearlescent beads with some clear beads too. And then you put this on your belt and it goes clink, clink, clink. So I don't wear that often because it's too loud. Last off, for my shelves, we have a matching set, which is tangled up in each other right now. We're going to start off with the headband. We have a little shell Easter egg for one ear, and for the other one we have some clear beads, and it's just clear beads, and yes, there is beads in this. So it does shake when I move. I love the style of this whole set. It is very pearly. Yes, I bought pearl beads specifically for this set, and so we have pearl beads strung with little pearl shells on all of them. But the orange definitely clashes, but this is before I had any other color, so whoops. Lastly, for the set, we have a pearl single with a shell on it. This also shakes. Oh, the ones on the belt chain also did shake. There's a feather on here. Here we have a candy purse that I made. It has sprinkles from Blue's Clues on it. And it has these, like, rainbow out of order sprinkles for the strap. And here are my candy drawers that also double as my bedside table, which is why this is the most cluttered place in my whole room. This is my drawer of singles. I don't usually make a lot of singles, and so there's not a lot in here, but I do have enough to like circulate and like not be caught wearing the same one twice, except for my favorite singles, because then I wear those literally all the time. There's some with My Little Pony on them, a lot of them with Shopkins. A lot of these have words on them because I had a series on my TikTok where I put the words you recommended onto bracelets. Here's one of my favorites. It says soprano because I'm a soprano. In the second drawer, we have some more candy. Who would have guessed? I'm not going through all these like really tiny ones. I just want to go through the cups and stuff. We got some candy octopi and then some Care Bear ones. I played Timon in our school's production of The Lion King, so we have another choker with a Timon on it. We got some pins. Or this is a Christmas ornament. Then we got some hair clips. This one's a gingerbread man. There's some chokers. There's some cuffs. A lot of 3D cuffs in here. That was the second drawer. Now on to the third drawer. Oh my gosh, it's more candy. Here we have some eyeball pins. This is just a bow. We got some more octopi. And then back here is my candy skirt and my candy top. If you want to see me wear that, there's plenty of TikTok where I wear these. I'm not putting it on now, I'm lazy. And then we have this ghost hair clip, which I've been using as a shoe clip, and then I put it on my shoe. Yeah, ooh. Here's a syringe that I put on nothing. So that is all my candy stuff for today. I've definitely made a lot more in the last 2 years. But I've given most of it away or sold it, so if you want to see some of that, go ahead and go to my Instagram where I take pictures of basically everything I make. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support me, my Etsy is in the description below. And, like always, do your best!